So next we're going to celebrate the General Manager and CEO of Seattle Public Utilities, Andrew Lee. So a little bit about SPU. It's a massive $1.3 billion utility that Seattleites can sometimes take for granted. They don't take it for granted if something goes a little sideways, but they know how important the different components of SPU are to their quality of life, to their ability to just have clean water, to have recycling done to defeat climate change, all of the work that goes in SPU, a great body of work. When SPU is working best, and I don't mean to offend anyone with this is the speech that was prepared with my insight. I want to say this right. When SPU is working best, you hardly know it exists. Right? Is that safe to say, Andrew? Clean water comes out of your faucet and your garbage recycling gets picked up from the curb. This sort of seamless delivery of services comes in large part due to the skilled management of Andrew Lee, and quite candidly, the managers, the employees, those people on the ground floor, the whole utility, and of course the kind of public service and commitment to it does start from the top. And I think Andrew Lee, as I describe his background, sort of modeled that, someone who's come through the ranks. Andrew brings over a decade of experience at SPU, working his way up as the ranks, beginning as a program manager, a deputy director, and until now as interim general manager, CEO. He has spent his entire 20-year career working on water, wastewater, and stormwater issues. That included his job as deputy director of the City of Bellevue's utility department. A few of his professional attributes: he maintains a dedicated focus in implementing the strategic plan, this SPU strategic business plan, staying attuned to costs to the ratepayer, which we know is, quite frankly, we could just sort of say it like that. That's tough work. That's really tough work when you're looking at the capital projects, you're looking at our environmental needs to defeat climate change. Maintaining the utility's stellar bond rating when we bond projects, that is, again, we always want to have the best bond rating, and that, again, has to be very intentional, and a lot of policy review that we have a lot of smart people at the utility doing. And providing a positive customer experience. And I take a lot of pride in a lot of the positive compliments we have because of your leadership and the people at SPU. Once again, I asked around, well, tell me about the person. He always just puts his good face on to me when I'm around him. I really want the down and dirty on Andrew. He was described as having compassionate managerial skills, a people's person, a strong understanding or a strong technical knowledge of his skill. He has an inspirational leadership ability, and most important, high, strong personal integrity. That's high praise. Of course, your family said that one. No, I'm just kidding. Your colleague said that. So when I heard that Andrew was out in his boots waiting in the flooding South Park neighborhood earlier this year, and I heard that on almost a real-time basis, I then knew how fortunate I was to have someone who was on the ground and solving problems with our impacted residents. I could not have more confidence in Andrew Lee operating our 1,200 employee public utility with the full faith of our customers. And with that, I'd love to have the oath of office done once again by Monica. Thank you, Andrew.
Andrew, once again, it is my honor to administer your official oath of office and wish you well in this leadership role. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Andrew Lee, swear or affirm that I possess all of the qualifications prescribed in the Seattle City Charter and the Seattle Municipal Code for the position of Seattle Public Utilities General Manager and Chief Executive Officer. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the State of Washington. And the Charter and ordinances. Of the City of Seattle. And that I will faithfully conduct myself. as Seattle Public Utilities General Manager and Chief Executive Officer.
As the Seattle Public Utilities General Manager and Chief Executive Officer.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
a great title.
Heidi? Heidi Lee, the better half.
That's right. Both sides.
Yes, please.
Don't worry about the cameras on you, Heidi. Don't even worry about that pressure. Okay, let's see.
You need to stay up here for the picture. Do you want to move this?
I prepared remarks because I'm not as not as good on the cuff. I'm honored and humbled to be here to pledge this oath of office for the position of General Manager, Chief Executive Officer of Seattle Public Utilities. And I want to express my thanks to the Mayor, to Senior Deputy Mayor Harrell, to Chief Operating Officer Marco Lowe, and to the City Council for having the confidence to confirm me to this role. I also want to thank several mentors of mine. Mami Hara, our previous general manager, Nav Otel, my utilities director at the City of Bellevue, Brad Miyake, city manager at Bellevue, Ray Hoffman, another previous SPU director, and the many other professionals who have invested in me and helped to shape me as a utility professional over the years. I obviously have to thank my family, my wife, who has supported me and encouraged me through our 20-year marriage as I've pursued my professional dreams. I want to thank my 5 children who are sitting there. They're every day growing up into the kind of people that I'm excited to one day see lead our communities. And I want to thank my parents who gave me the most amazing foundation in my life of knowing that I'm loved and that they're proud of me. And because of my faith as a Christian, I also want to thank God for his role in guiding me through all the years of my life to this point of today. I'm so honored to work for SPU and the City of Seattle. My wife and I moved here back in 2005 when our son was 2 years old. And this was from the Bay Area. We had no idea what to expect. And over the course of the last 17 years, we've had 4 daughters, all born in this beautiful city. We've seen our son graduate from Garfield High School and go on to the University of Washington. We've built relationships with our neighbors. We've volunteered at community events. We've voted in elections. We've gotten plugged into a church community and in our schools. And we've really committed our lives to the well-being of this city. And some of you may know that I left Seattle Public Utilities back in 2014 and returned at the beginning of 2019. And one of the reasons I came back was actually because I missed the tremendous challenges that we must address as a city and as a utility here in Seattle. And those challenges include some of the strictest environmental regulations in the country, aging infrastructure, the effects of climate change on our water supply and storm events, the historical effects of pollution on water bodies like the Duwamish, and the net effect of all these challenges is we have really high utility bills. And these challenges are incredible, and yet what I've seen in Seattle is that they've led to one of the most innovative, inspiring, and engaged organizations and people that I've ever had the opportunity to work with. SPU was a pioneer in green stormwater infrastructure back in the early 2000s. We signed one of the most innovative consent decrees with the Department of Ecology and EPA on sewage overflows back in 2013. Since the 1990s, we've actually reduced our water consumption despite us increasing our population by about 30%. And we led the country in bans on single-use plastics and have one of the lowest rates of waste generated per capita in the country. And all of these accomplishments are not the result of me. They're frankly the result of the employees who make up SPU. And with that, I'd like to close by thanking the amazing employees that I work with. Some of those employees are here today. Our team, starting with the employees on the front line all the way to the managers and the directors, show up to work every single day. You guys know this. They serve our customers through broken water mains, through storm events, through sewage overflows, storm events, doesn't matter what it is, snowstorms also. And those employees are the hidden engine that keeps our utility and our city running. And I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for their dedication to their jobs. And I spoke of their incredible past accomplishments in innovation as a department, and I'd like to say that I believe our best work is ahead of us. So thank you for the opportunity to lead this incredible team. I pledge to do my best to serve our city and our department with humility, with compassion, a focus on racial equity, striving towards excellence and affordability, and a mindset fixed on innovation and continuous improvement. Thank you so much.